and doing it early morning or late afternoon when it's not too hot. These stones really hold the heat.
So now today the project is to redo the insulation of our freezer. This freezer suffers a very poor fabrication by the shipyard. The insulation is very thin, not usable for the tropics. It has around 60 millimeters only all around a foam. I already tried to fix it in the first time when we got the boat, and here was a wood originally, and I cut all the wood away because the wood from here was a 20 millimeter wood, so I cut it all away because there was no insulation, there was only a wood, and the wood is not a very good insulator, at least for a freezer. So I cut it away, replaced it by foam, and put a fiberglass and pulled it up here because we had a condensation problem in the insulation foam. That means there was a lot of condensed water in the foam, so the foam got wet, and when the foam is wet there's no more small air bubbles in it for insulation, so that means we had almost no insulation from the inside of the freezer of around minus 20 degrees Celsius to the outside here. And so the condensation water was also on the outside, especially on the other side where we have our sofa against it, and the sofa behind the sofa it became very wet because of condensation and mold. So we don't like this, and even with my improvements here the problem didn't stop, I guess because it was already too late. The foam was too much soaked with water. This is the back side of the freezer. You see here the freezer lid. And this is the back side. That is a cushion, and here it was all wet because there was lots of condensed water in the insulation, and you see here down here it's still black from mold, so we need to clean all this up. And for now the boat was for 8 months not used on the dry, so it dried up, but I'm pretty sure there will be still condensed water in the insulation. So the task today is take these screws out that holds the hinges of the lid, remove the lid, and everything gets a new insulation. So that's problem number one. Next problem is also the gasket here. That's kind of rubbish. It was just glued here when it's becoming ice here, so minus 20 outside, plus 30 at least in the tropics, so we have a temperature difference from around 50 degrees from inside to outside. So the gasket, it's just a rubber, gets cold, and we have also condensed water here, and condensed water, when there is an ice on that side, becomes also an ice here, so in the end you can't close the lid anymore. The ice builds up and the freezer isn't closing anymore, what is a disaster, because the compressor of the freezer runs 24 hours because it tries to cool it down. There's no sufficient insulation, and so that means the compressor is constantly working against and tries to cool it down, but it never succeeds. So what we do is remove it completely, including all the insulation, and replace it by a new modern vacuum board insulation in a completely condensed and humidity proof compartment. And we remove also the old gasket and replace it to a new one that will be fixed here on the lid, like in a freezer. So because if you close the lid, it does that one, yeah, it turns. The lid, when you close it, turns it away, so it will never work properly. So we remove this completely. Here will be a stainless frame, a real freezer gasket, what I let produce in Germany from a freezer company, and it will be fixed here with some screws, and down here is a magnetic stripe, so it has a magnet in it and it will close completely. So, and we hope that we can reduce the energy consumption of the freezer significantly. The new vacuum boards have a factor of 4 to 5 against a foam. So if we have 40 millimeters vacuum boards times 5, we end up like a foam of 20 centimeters. So that would be like this fat insulation, So if we would do the same with foam, there's no volume left in the inside to put our food. So, but by the trick with these vacuum boards of 40 millimeters and some styrofoam around just to keep them safe so that they don't chop anywhere, we get, hopefully, as the experts say, a proper insulation in this one, and also we will replace the insulation in the lid. Yeah, and that's work we start today. So first is remove all this.
My first day on Earth, I fell into your eyes. Look at how our galaxies collide. Every color of the spectrum, every star up in the sky. The planets aligned for you.
All my nice fiberglass, what I placed last time, but it was only a half repair, so no use for half repairs. I should have removed the whole foam at that time already.
Happening there?
I try to remove one of the compressor. I can't disconnect the compressor line. The one side is open, but the other side not. And it's so hard to reach here and to go in there with the spanners. You can't turn them when they're on there, and then it's also an exotic size of 20 millimeters.
So this is now the progress here. Now he made it pretty deep now. This here. We tried to pull out this whole thing out. He was chopping this the whole morning.
That's it.
You got it?
No, I didn't get it, but it's here. At least it's already here. So I have a chance. In this direction. Yeah, there it is. That's the thing what I like to. Yeah, now I have a chance to untie it. That's hard work. For more than 1 hour, 2 hours already, or more, trying to get this one loose here. No, it's wrong.
Good job.
There. Oh yeah, so the glue is really tight. So what they probably did.
But I don't understand is, look, it's really a thick foam.
Yeah.
But somehow the cold is still out. How can that be?
It's not thick enough. It's more than I thought. Yeah, that's true.
Because look
but
at this.
The biggest problem is here in the corners. Here it's fine, but the top was not good. So here there's an aluminium. Humidity from the outside can't go into the foam here. But here in the corners, because there is this
Yeah.
wood here, yeah.
Yeah.
So here there's obviously no aluminium. So and at that places the humidity from the condense could go into the foam, and then if the foam is once wet like a wet sponge, it's no more insulating. Now it's kind of dry after 8 months in the in this climbers here.
Yeah, and this will be a really nice work for what? For a week, maybe 2.
A week or 2, yeah. It's already hard to get it out. And so that's one point, but there's another point. This foam is like 80 to 90 millimeters. So, And this kind of foam in the tropics with 20 degrees inside and 30 outside, so a temperature difference from 50 degrees Celsius, this amount of foam is not enough.
I just wanna stay until the morning sun. I just wanna stay until the morning sun. My first day on earth, you sang me a tune. Forever won't be long enough with you, and I'll never let you go. I'll never say goodbye. Together for eternity. Oh, I've loved you since the dawn of time, with twin flames burning bright, and I can't believe that
How much I can lift? I can lift just like this. Put it more.
Wait. I need to bend the copper. It's not that easy.
It's not that easy also here. Wait a minute. Just tell me when to lift it now, huh? Fully?
Just lift it.
Okay, 1 moment.
Slowly. So that's the problem there. It should be more forceful. So I will assist you.
All is good. It's all good.
Wait. No. Is there?
One more. Yeah. Good. Oh. This is how it is now. We just place this microfiber beside so that the wood cannot scratch. And look how deep we dig. And we had all the scratches. Show me your scratches. Look at Oliver's arm. Oh, nine. Andere side. Andere.
Andere Seite ist
Oh.
nicht so schlimm. Here.
Yeah.
There, it's very ouch because
Yeah. I had also some scratch. And
So what we
yeah.
actually had was like
My God.
80 millimeters of insulation, a bit more, 85 millimeters of insulation around.
And this is how it is.
so we'll cut it out. It will be
So-
more easy now and replace it.
Yeah. Peace. So what did we find out? That the bottom is still
Yeah.
wet, right?
Still wet down here.
After 8
Where
months
it's a bit gray here.
of not using it, but
Still
it's still wet.
humidity.
It's a nice job to remove all this. But there's an aluminum in it, huh?
But funny,
This one there.
only on that side.
Yeah, they don't put aluminum all around.
So this,
I don't understand that.
maybe they thought this foam is already humidity resistant, but here you can see that this grayish here, it's humid here.
Yeah.
So there was still water in it.
Even after 8 months in the hard and not using it. Yeah, it's a shitty work. And there is still a lot foam. Is that a foam down there or it's a microfiber? It's a fiberglass now.
No.
That one. Nine. This one here. Yeah. Is it a
Of
foam?
course, from the bottom is also a foam.
We need to cut that out too.
Also glue.
Yeah, all wet. Here, look how much water is in here. The brown spot here. Right? Blah. You can,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you can press the water out of the insulation.
So that's no
Oh
insulation.
yeah. Still wet?
Yeah.
After 8 months drying,
Yeah,
It's still wet.
there's no chance to go out.
So, what are you doing now?
So now we glue the...
We glue.
It's a glue, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a glue, so we glue the Dampfbremse, so that's against humidity, the first part into the freezer compartment. So, and that it doesn't move, we take this glue.
It's an elastic glue from
It's a rubber glue?
Yeah, it's a rubber glue. It's elastic. There's some marks there. Like this.
So that's all for today's episode, guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button and
Subscribe. Your subscription helps us to produce more videos like this.
don't forget to hit the notification bell beside the subscription button.
To get notified when we upload a new video.
So, cheers guys,
Cheers.
and waves to all of you. Bye! See you in our next episode.
There's no better day. It's time
What time
to
is it?
get away. I wanna see
It's 6 p.m. so it's good for a sundowner. Cheers!
6 p.m. sundowner, so
Yeah.
it's allowed since 12 a.m.
I hear adventure call.